Alright guys, how are y'all doing tonight? It is August 23rd, 2021, and I'm finally, after so fucking long, getting back to making videos again. I'm going to be trying to make just the regular content that I have planned for you from this point on. Sometimes, I get a little busy, and I'm going to continue being busy as hell, but I'm going to do my best to keep the videos going for the people that love watching them. Going to school, it's a fucking hassle and all that shit. Anyways, you're going to have to bear with me. Make sure to hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell so, of course, you can be notified every time I post a new video if you want more of this metal content. And tonight, we're going to be reviewing some amazing and probably, honestly, one of my favorite doom metal bands of all time, with Electric Wizard. Black Masses, released on November 1st, 2010 on Rise Above Records. I've actually not collected this one yet, sadly, but I'm going to be getting some Electric Wizard and other doom metal bands like Sleep and so forth in my collection as well. So be looking forward to that. I might do some album collection videos in the future too, for those that would be interested in seeing all my fucking collections and shit. So yeah, also keep that in mind. Now the lineup on this album consists of Just Born on guitars, vocals, and lyrics, Liz Bullingham on guitars, Sean Rudder on drums, and Tass on bass. Now, for some reason you don't know this fucking band, I'm going to give you a little biography and history in this band and album right now. Electric Wizard were an English doom metal band from Dorset. The band formed in 1993 and have recorded over 9 studio albums, 2 of which have been considered genre landmarks, those 2 being Come My Fanatics and Dope Throne. Electric Wizard's brand of doom metal incorporates stoner and sludge traits, with lyrics focusing on an occult, witchcraft, H.P. Lovecraft, horror films, and cannabis. And in 2014, they formed Witchfinder Records, an imprint of Spinefarm Records, on which they plan to release all future records. The origins of Electric Wizard now go way back to 1988, when Just So Born formed the band Lord of Perfection, or Putrefaction, my bad. They put out 3 demo tapes from 1989, to 1991, and also did 1 split with Mortal Remains. And in 1992, the name was changed to Thy Grief Eternal after Richardson left the band, and they put out 1 demo under this name titled On Blackened Wings. And in 1993, James Evan left the band, and they once again changed their name, shortening it to Eternal. The band released 2 demos under this name after Gavin Gillingham left the band. Oborn started. Finally, the last name, Electric Wizard. Now, the recordings from this era were issued on the pre-Electric Wizard 1989-1994 compilation in 2006. Now, jumping along to the timeline around this particular album we're going to be reviewing, in November 2006, the band released Witch Cult Today. In 2008, bassist Rob Elsa left the band and was replaced by Tan Dungzoligo. 3 years later, in November 2010, Electric Wizard released their 7th studio album, Black Masses. And on March 31st, 2012, Electric Wizard played in London at the HMV Forum, debuting its newest members, bassist Glenn Charman and drummer Simon Poole, at 7 EP titled Legalized Drugs and Murder was available for sale at the show. After the gig, it was announced that it would be released worldwide and more EPs would follow. On the 1st of October 2012, some copies of Terrorizer came with a cassette EP of Legalized Drugs and Murder, which contained the 2 songs from the 7-inch, along with 2 outtakes and 2 new songs. Electric Wizard also headlined the 2012 edition of Maryland Deathfest on May 27th. Their first show in the United States, it was in 10 years. And I actually think them playing in Maryland Deathfest is playing in the background of the video right now. Anyways, guys, without further ado, let's get into the fucking review. Basically, most of my reasons for liking Black Masses can be summed up by just 3 words: noisy, dark, and groovy. Sure, many stoner doom bands feature a formula consisting of a heavily groove with occasional doom riffs. That's pretty much what Sleep masterfully does in their extreme influential Sleep Holy Mountain, and while it's not hard to hear the influence here on this album, especially in the dramatic, high-pitched, distant-sounding, tripped-out vocals, Electric Wizard's atmosphere is completely different. While Sleep focus on that example has a more light-hearted sound to it, stoned to the point of, I would say, even mystical adventures and experiences. So to speak, Electric Wizard is basically incredibly dark, to my ears anyways. Black Masses reminds me obviously of early self-titled era Black Sabbath and maybe late Die Healing era Saint Vitus, as well as previous Electric Wizard releases like Witch Cult Today, Dope Throne, etc., which of course goes well with the themes of Satanism, nihilism, sadomasochism, and apocalypse, and overall drug-fueled paranoia that Electric Wizard loves so much to explore. Only Black Masses sound could also be, it's much noisier to the point of even a track focused on relatively simple rhyme like Venus and Furs seems quite rich. I think it's the combination of fuzzy, bassy feedback Aladdin guitars where melody creeps in only through constant and extremely psychedelic soloing, and what seems to be some quite busy drumming for doom metal, I would say, coupled with a production that makes it hard to pinpoint what exactly is going on here. Other than things like chinking and clinking the whole time, the noise effects and samples that appear from time to time, like in the middle of Staris IX or Turn Off Your Mind, don't exactly help to make it any clearer, but do certainly add to its paranoid aura. To make it a pretentious analogy, it's like creeping inside an ancient ruined building at midnight. You don't know where exactly you're stepping, and there are strange noises all around you, and you have no idea where they're coming from, and you're also drugged out of your fucking mind. Now, without further ado, guys, let's check out the track Turn Off Your Mind by Electric Wizard right here on the channel. we are back, guys. Fucking incredible shit, absolutely. The experience, however, of actually listening to Black Masses is strangely much more pleasant than the description I gave earlier. Beginning slow with an intro noise that reminds me of early Cathedral, think the intro track from the Ethereal Mirror, then going into a galloping riff before the rhythm section barges in with full fucking force. The title track begins the album already on a high note with some serious rocking grooves going on as Mr. Osborne calls for Lucifer's help in the most catchy manner. Venus in Furs continues this trend, bringing about some pounding doom that seems to have occasional moments of light amidst the darkness. Now pay close attention to the second minutes. It sounds happy, almost, in a way, before it all slows down a bit with the Night Child. The following four tracks then alternate between picking up the mood with the more rocking riffs of Patterns and Evil and Turn Off Your Mind, a song with a ridiculously catchy chorus that we just listened to, I gotta say, and utterly running over the listener with Morris Doom Behemoths, Star IX, and Scorpio Curse. Now this is where I start having problems with Black Masses, to be honest with you. Scorpio Curse has an awesome atmosphere, actually advocate of the apocalyptic imagery in its lyrics and benefits from being the shortest doomier song, while the Night Child and Star IX start off cool but get boring a while due to repetition. You can listen to a single riff and slight variations on it, but no matter how catchy they are, only a certain number of times in a song before it becomes a chore listening to it. And the Night Child, for instance, reaches that point of saturation between the 5th and the 6th minute when the song returns to the main riff. After switching into a different riff and sweet bluesy solo, and then has nothing to do but run that riff into the ground for its remaining time. Satire IX is also a good song up to the 6th minute mark. Then it gets stuck on a riff that sounds interesting at first, but quickly grows bland on you. My last negative comment, and then I'm done talking about Black Masses, concerns the final track, Crypt of Dracula. For being a purely ambient noise song, it's cool when Electric Wizard mixes with their doom, but over 8 minutes of pure noise ambience and an otherwise mostly riff-driven album is terribly unfitting, I must say, and just makes the album end sooner even for me. Everything else in this album, however, is fucking incredible, and it has a shit ton of memorable riffs, bass, and drum work all around. So the bottom line is, Black Masses has 5 awesome songs, then 2 tracks that get kind of boring due to repetition. Only 1 throwaway track, though, I gotta say. A good album overall, I'd say, and maybe even better by its quite unique mix of doom, noise, and the darker side of stoner metal. Ultimately, I give this album a solid 8 out of 10. If you haven't checked it out yet, what the fuck are you doing here? Go listen to this amazing band and album. You owe it to yourself, honestly. Anyways, that's going to wrap it up here for yet another album review on the channel. If you enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe with notifications on. I'm going to be trying to get back to doing podcasts here soon. The first story of the old server I was in back in the day on Discord, or Slipknot, is going to be up for you guys on September 15th. If any of you will be interested in checking that one out, go and check it out. I'd recommend it. It's a pretty interesting story. And if you'd like me to review or cover any other bands on the channel, ask away, and please put them down in the comments below. I'll make sure to have a look at them and check them out. I hope you guys all have a good rest of your night and have yourselves a fucking good one.